Hi, so we're going to go through one of the questions from the last exercise because I've had a request for that. So I'm just going to work through it as the book says. So this is the diagram. Obviously it's not complete because I don't know where to draw the other point yet. I'm going to work that out. So the first thing we're asked to do is find the equation of the line passing through these 2 points. So I'm going to start by finding my slope. Remember we do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if this is going to be point 2 and point 1, I'm going to do y2 minus y1 and then x2 minus x1. So then I'm going to have 4/10, which is 2/5. And I should have left some more room for that. Okay, so 2/5 is fine. Fractions are annoying, but we can work with them. So then I'm going to use this lovely equation, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So same thing. I am going to substitute in the points. I can use any point I like. I'm just going to use this one because I can, but you could have used b. So y minus y1, well, it's -2, so it's plus 2 equals m. We said was 2/5. X minus x1, which is -1, so it becomes plus. So then I'm going to distribute my brackets. So y plus 2 equals 2/5 x plus 2/5. And then I'm going to minus 2 on the other side. 5ths x, and then so we have plus 2/5 minus, and then we want to turn that into fifths. So I have 10/5 is just -2, and then I simplify. So plus 2 minus 10 is going to be -8/5. I can't simplify that. So this is the equation for this line. Now, I said the slope is 2/5, so we should be rising 2, running 5. Let's check if that's true. So if I run 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I rise 2 and run 5. Look at that. The next point is exactly there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look, I've accidentally found the midpoint. It's exactly halfway through, but I would still like to prove that algebraically. So then it asks me for the equation of the line passing through AC. So that's part B. The equation of the line passing through A and C. Now, I'm not going to draw C yet because I don't know where it is, but what I do know is one of the points, and I know the slope because the question tells me that these two lines are perpendicular from each other, right? It tells me this is a right angle. So that means I know what the slope is. So my new slope is going to be this inversed. So flip it, the reciprocal, and change the sign. So it's actually -5/2. So then I'm just going to use this formula again using this point and my new slope. So y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to distribute. So y plus 2 equals -5/2 x minus 5/2. And then I'm going to bring this across like I did before. -5 on 2 minus, again, I'm going to turn this into halves because I want the denominators to match. So 2 is 4/2. So then I just put them together, simplify. So -5 minus 4 is -9/2. So that is the equation of the line that passes through AC. Now, I still haven't drawn it because I don't know where the point is just yet. But what I am told is that this line is the same distance as that line. Okay, so if I know, well, actually, let's not do that yet. Let's just keep sticking to the questions. So part C asks us to work out the length of BC. So what I'm going to do is I know that AB is equal to AC, right? The original question told me that. That says that in the book. So if I know that AB is the same length as AC, well, I'm just going to work out AB because I know the coordinate of that. So remember my distance formula is y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared, all taking the square root. Okay, so I'm just going to plug in my points. So the distance between them is, so I've got 2 minus -2 squared plus x is 9 minus -1 squared, square root that. So then I get 4 squared, so the square root of 4 squared is 16 plus 100. So the distance is the square root of 116, which let's find out on a calculator, because it does ask for 1 decimal place. So the square root of 116 is 10.8. It's 10.7703, but they asked for 1 decimal place. So the distance of this line here is 10.8. And that makes the distance of this line 10.8. All right, then it asks for the coordinates of all three midpoints. Actually, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the other point. So if I know the slope is -5 on 2 and this is the same length, so what I did is I rows 2 ran 5, rows 2 ran 5. I'm going to do the opposite for this, right? So what I need to do is if the slope is -5 halves, so what I'm going to do, really, I need to fall 2 and run 5, right? But what I'm going to do is rise and go the other direction because obviously I need the line to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Oh, I don't have enough room on my thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, so it should be up here. Should have thought that out a bit better, shouldn't I? All right, so I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to rule my nice little thing and I'm going to count up. So if this goes up 10, right, because I had to go up 5, up 5. So from -2, that makes this 3 plus 5 is 8. So the coordinate, the y coordinate is 8. And this is going across 4, right? It's already -1. So -5, 8 is going to be the coordinate of C. And then I can join my triangle. And I really should have left a bit more room. Okay, so think about what I did with my slope. Up 2, cross 5, up 2, cross 5. Up 5 across 2, up 5 across 2 in the opposite direction because we were told that this is a right angle. Because this is perpendicular, we're allowed to follow the same pattern. So the midpoints, fantastically, are exactly on a cross. So part D asks us to find the midpoint of all of the 3 sides of the triangle. Now, let's do it algebraically because we're meant to, but we do know, I'm just going to use a different color. We do know that this point here is going to be 0, 4, and that this point here is going to be -3. No, -4. -3. And we don't know this one yet, but we'll work that out. So let's just check. So the midpoint between these two, let's do A and B first. So we add together the x coordinates. So we have -1 plus 9 over 2. And we add together the y coordinates. So we have -2 plus 2 over 2. So then this is -1 plus 9 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And -2 plus 2 is 0. 0 divided by anything is 0. And look, it was, oh, why did I write 0, 4? 4, 0. What is happening to my brain right now? I don't know why I wrote it backwards. That's weird. Clearly it's the morning. All right, should be 4, 0. We always do x first. Look at me being silly. All right, let's do this one and prove that that's true as well. So I'm going to add together the x coordinates. So I'm going to say -1 plus -5. So -1 minus 5 really, isn't it? And then I'm going to add, divide by 2. And then I'm going to add together the y coordinates. So it's -2 plus 8 over 2. So really, this one here is -1 minus 5, -6, divided by 3 is -3. What did I say this was? Why did I say that was -4? Gosh, I'm having a great day, aren't I? This is why we check things. And then this one here is -2 plus 6, plus 8, which is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So it should be -3, which is what we didn't get, but we should have got. That's where that dot is. Okay, so now we need to find the midpoint of these two, and I'm completely running out of space to do that. Yeah, I'll just pick another color and do it up here. All right, so I'm going to use these 2 points now. So the midpoint, so do x, so -5 plus 9 over 2, and then the y coordinates, 8 plus 2 over 2. So then this is not going to be, oh, don't worry. So -5 plus 9 gives us 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then 8 plus 2 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. So the midpoint should be 2, 5. Let's check. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Perfect. 2, 5. All right, brilliant. So that is how you find all the midpoints. It's really important that you read the question carefully in the first place because it did give you really important information about these two lines being equal and this being a right angle. If you didn't know that, this question would be impossible. So just make sure you read all the information carefully. All right, if you're still not sure about some of the things that I went through, please come and let me know. The few formulas that you must know, this one here, obviously, this one here, obviously, and this one here. And then this midpoint thing as well. So you've got 4 formulas you really need to know well for this.